I have a book. Let's start off this video talking about all the reasons and why I bought this book and if it was actually worth it. This was a pre-order that I picked up some month ago based off of the cover design. It seems to really match up to the story. We have these beautiful black sprayed edges, reoccurring pomegranate image for the end papers of the book, and this raised cover of the hand with the scorpion on it. There's a 3D element to the letters for the author name and for the title of the book. Not knowing a whole lot about what this book was going to be about, it's obviously magical and themed, and that's totally up my alley. So I wanted to purchase this, especially after reading the Shadow and Bone trilogy by this author. Now, I actually have a lot of books on my TBR, and I tend to be a bit of a mood reader. So even though I pre-ordered it, I did wait a couple months to actually read it. And I'm kind of regretting it because this is definitely the best thing that I've read by this author. This novel has elements of being historical fiction, given the time period and the history to the main characters, but it depends heavily on magic. So it's not exactly our world. Set in Spain, this is after the New World has been discovered and when the clergy is very intertwined with the monarchy. The big bad in this is going to be the Spanish Inquisition. In Madrid, we have Lucia, a scullery maid who is working for a couple and a loveless marriage and who's just trying to move up in society. The mistress of the house is a bit bitter, and when she realizes that the maid may have more talents than just getting on her nerves, she tries to cash in. Lucia can perform little miracles, little feats of magic that draws attention to her. Of course, the conflict within the pages of this book has to do with the difference between miracles and magic. But the other danger that comes to the ability she has is that when it comes to her backstory, she is a convert. The Inquisition went after her mother and father because they were still practicing their Jewish faith, and in order to survive, she had to take on the Christian faith. But converting does not make her safe, nor does the little miracles that she performs. I will have to say, as much as I enjoyed the book, it wasn't until I would say halfway through, about page 160, that you're like, oh, that's why it's called The Familiar. Oh, that's why there's a scorpion. And by using real historical events that had occurred in our timeline, it actually makes it very easy to kind of understand the drama and the place that she and the other characters have within the plot. I know with this author, there seems to be some highs and lows when it comes to her catalog. So far, what I've read, this is the far superior story in terms of writing capabilities and structure. From what I've heard about this author on Book Talk, she seems to be a very conflicting writer. Be it the fact that she is Israeli, I hope she's not a Zionist, be it the fact that there's some books that people don't like for justifiable reasons, and then there's some books that people just can't stop gushing about, and I'm sure also for justifiable reasons. What I've read of her, from Shadow and Bone trilogy to The Familiar, this is the better written book, and I hope this isn't her peak. I would definitely love to read more stories like these, so I'm gonna keep on trying her out. What did you think? Did you read The Familiar? Have you read any of her books? Make sure you share them in the comments below.